Giants and the Washington Commanders. Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. Into the red zone. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants take a 6-0 lead right away. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go, start.
Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Brought in right side by McLaurin. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He gets it right back to McLaurin. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
The ball is out! Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Ooh, close call there. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time to go down, but you always root for the guys filling in. Who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hurt.
Motion.
1st and goal across Merritt. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Commanders finish off their opening drive. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. Not sure why they'd want to keep a rush for no gain, but that's what we just saw, Brock. They've declined the penalty.
You know, Kate, there's times as a parent, right, you want to teach your kids some tough lessons, but I don't think I've ever seen that on a professional football field.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Another run for Williams. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Off the play fake, Williams. Buying some time right. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on 1st down. Second and 10. Need something positive here.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
Now here's Cam Scatterby on the ground. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Tackle made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
From the red zone now. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
One play action with Dart. Brought in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6.
Here we go, set.
No motion, Slayton left. 3rd down now. Here's Dart. Catch made. And that's a New York touchdown. The Giants break the tie here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Daniels setting up the play action. Cut out left. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second down give to Krosky Merritt. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
The punt heads towards the sideline, not returnable. Well done. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. New York to the line. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Completed over the middle. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Nice cut. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders trim the lead to 1.
Okay, you know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play call, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little jump, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. We're all knotted up at 14. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll get to work here, first and 10. Scattaboo now from the gun. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Going on first down, it's Dart. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They gain 11 on that play. And it's good for a New York first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Give to Williams from the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackle made by Jawan Bentley.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Driving forward with Scannaboo. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air on 3rd and long. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a second quarter lead. A second touchdown through the air for Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
You know, ready to send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And a choice to leave the end zone. Going to cost him just a little bit here. He's out short of that 30-yard line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Here we go, here we go. Steady.
Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. Taken in by Kirk right side. Breaks through and breaks away. Still fighting forward. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Daniels now on 1st down. It's caught. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Come on, set. Pack the 6.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down. field goal attempts coming here from Chad Ryland. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. The kick by Ryland is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And they send a man in motion. Here's Williams to start the drive. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Got a man in, Neighbors has it. And he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but someone would love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
On 2nd down, along with Williams. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18. Big.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That's Odafe Owe with a stop.
2 yards.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Dart out of the shotgun. He finds Slayton on the slant. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Up the gut they go with Williams. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants grow their lead just before halftime. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Kids at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready?
Out of the gun, Daniels. It is caught left side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 2nd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Running this one left. And he goes out a little short of the 40. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pass complete to Robinson. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll run here on 1st down. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, it's not a sack, but these edge players love chasing down runs for negative plays and tackles for loss.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Has him on the quick hitter. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Brings it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 1-score game before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 4. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. On the return, here's Miles Price. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. One last play before the break. Throw in here just before halftime. Escapes the pocket. Chucks this one deep down the right sideline. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. This one left for Daniels. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Hold the ready.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14.
Get it. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of his running back, Krosky Merritt. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Liking 18. Go.
Design run. Daniels will keep it. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
The 46-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 46. From the gun, here's Dart. Galloping inside the 40. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Set. 70 Lions.
Quick one to the outside by Dot. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants push their lead further to start the half. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Gano's point after is good. And the Giants drive their lead to 11.
Commanders 44. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. His return starts at the 5. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Play action now, Daniels. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice that both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. So gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Kronsky Merritt. And he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Daniels and the Commanders looking to tack on 2 more.
The Commanders will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Dart setting in the throw here. All in left side. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Complete to number 88. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Gotta cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Third down now. Here's Dart. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. He needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down. The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And a well-placed kick here. Not quite on the goal line, but they're pinned deep at their own 10. go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
And give it to Merritt. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Get it.
Here he is on 3rd and short. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. And you just get the play off. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. So we're through 3 here. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late. New set of downs from the 37.
Ready. Ready.
Giving this to Merritt. Cuts right. Here he goes again. And he's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th-quarter lead.
He just keeps scoring and scoring and scoring it. Look at the juice he showed on touchdown number 4. He actually looks like he's getting stronger and faster as this game goes along. Just wow.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. On the return, here's Price. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
One play action with Darts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. A handoff for Williams, running left. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing off the play fake. Gets out of trouble. Headed out right. Oh, he's going to run for it. This gets the 1st and more. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. 35 on the pickup. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Completed over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Still momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st down, New York.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. That one to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Cut out left. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. And he... can't do it himself. He's stopped behind the line. We've got a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Play fake here. Daniels. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Crack all 80. Cut 19. Cut 19.
2nd down give to Krosky-Merritt. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Finds a man right side. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
An 8-yard gain.
The Commanders ready for the punt. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. Looks to be at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Darts out of the shotgun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
60 Eagles, track 60.
Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On first down, here's Darks. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Williams now on first and 10. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Giants needing 4 points. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Trap all 80.
Here's start now. Screen here for Williams. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock. This one loses yards.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Looking to throw it. It's on target to Johnson. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set now. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Another try for them from the 11. Here's 2nd and 10. Here he is to throw. Throws caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From inside the 1, here's 1st and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On the sneak, here's Dart. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won this game. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Gano ready to send this away. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for one, maybe two final plays here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Cougar 19!
Setting up to pass. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Christian Kirk, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Go! Rocco 80!
Back to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants, as with that, we sign off from D.C.